Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 619 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1062. Chun Yuan injects the super soldier serum. Woof woof woof. Host's pet, Chinese rural dog. Species, canine. Level, Tier 3. Condition, looks strong, but hollow inside. Won't live more than 10 days. Loyalty, 95 points. Host's remaining enhancement points, 690. Chun Yuan, did you transfer your cultivation to De Huang again? Qin Wushuang looked worried. This was the third time Chun Yuan had used his energy to save De Huang. Each time, he lost the equivalent of 5 years' worth of cultivation. That meant he'd already sacrificed 15 years of his life force just to keep De Huang alive. It's okay, Chun Yuan said calmly. De Huang has been with us for so long. Even if he's just a dog, we've developed real feelings. As long as there's a chance, I won't give up on him. Woof woof. De Huang let out a soft bark, and a few doggy tears rolled down his face, visibly touched by his master's words. With each reinforcement, De Huang's intelligence was rising. If before he could only vaguely understand human speech, now he almost fully comprehended it. His intelligence was no longer low. And Chun Yuan noticed something else unusual. Every time De Huang was strengthened, his appetite surged dramatically. Over the next few days, not only did he eat like a beast, but his combat ability also shot up at a shocking speed. Normally, one super soldier serum would only elevate a human to Tier 1, maybe Tier 2 at best. But now, De Huang's power had already reached Tier 3, and Chun Yuan had only used 15 enhancement points on him. Just 15 points, and a regular village dog now had the strength of a Tier 3 powerhouse? His size had also grown. He was now nearly as big as an adult male lion. This was beyond incredible. If Chun Yuan had randomly picked another dog to enhance, there was no way it would have reached this level with just 15 points. Wait a second. Chun Yuan suddenly had a realization. The super soldier serum contains a virus. It doesn't just boost power, it burns away the user's life force to do it. It enhances strength by forcibly tapping into potential. Meanwhile, the system's enhancement points increase that very potential directly. Normally, a person could grow stronger by unlocking their genetic potential on their own. But that process was slow, painful, and could take decades with minimal results. The biochemical virus skipped all that, but it was violent and unrelenting. Once the virus began its work, it wouldn't stop until it had burned through all of a person's life force. So, what if someone's potential kept increasing at the same rate the virus consumed it? Wouldn't that create a kind of balance, and let your power level skyrocket without ever needing to train again? The virus burns through life force 50 times faster than normal. So theoretically, if one could survive it, they'd train 50 times faster too. Of course, the catch is, you die early. Originally, Chun Yuan had 180 years of life left. After one dose of the serum, he'd have just 3.5 years. Any sane person would run the other way. But Chun Yuan wasn't thinking like a sane man right now. I estimate there's a 90% chance I still can't beat Edward. That video of him destroying fighter jets? He probably wasn't even using his full strength. Even if I successfully win over Tina Morgan or Qian Yuan Duo, I'd only get 1,000 to 1,500 enhancement points. If I use that to strengthen my base attributes, I'd only be 1 or 2 times stronger at most. If I upgrade my cosmic energy technique with those 1,000 points, that's a good long-term investment. But it'd still take 3 to 5 years of focused training before seeing real results. And that's if I'm considered a genius. As for that 20,000-point alien beauty, forget it. I'm just a weakling in her eyes. Why would someone that strong even look at me? He thought about it, then made up his mind. He entered the underground lab and retrieved the second dose of the super soldier serum. He'd bought 2. One had already been used on De Huang. The other had almost been thrown out like garbage. But now, with alien women proving that there were higher civilizations in the universe, he felt real pressure. His power wasn't enough anymore. To women like her, he no longer had any charm. As the mighty President Qian, I refuse to believe there's any woman in the universe I can't win over. As a top-tier flirt, that would be a disgrace. The system gives more points when I impress stronger targets. Just winning one of them over would earn more than all my past rewards combined. Right now, I can only survive in weak, low-tech worlds. But in advanced civilizations, I'd be the one getting crushed. And those high-tech worlds probably have countless ways to extend life. If I can reach that level, I'll definitely find a way to fix the damage from the virus. This might be my one shot. Time to gamble everything. Let's do this. He grabbed the serum and jabbed it into his arm. Clink. The needle wouldn't go in. His skin was too tough. So he found a softer spot on his body, stabbed it with a steel pin, then slid the serum in through the hole and pressed the injection button. A chill swept through his body. The virus was now flowing through his veins. Ding. Host cells have been infected with a biochemical virus. Current danger level, Tier 1. Virus has not yet spread. Host's immune system cannot eliminate it. Ding. Would you like to use 50 enhancement points to remove the virus? No. Do not remove it. Ding. Virus spreading. Danger level upgraded to Tier 2. Use 100 points to remove. No. Ding. Virus now fully spread. Danger level, Tier 3. Use 200 points to remove. No. As the seconds passed, a searing pain, like his body being ripped apart from the inside, began to surge through Chen Yuan. He gritted his teeth and prepared to endure it. Chapter 1063, Tenfold Power Boost. It hurts. It hurts. Chen Yuan was writhing on the floor in agony, his screams echoing throughout the underground lab. The lab was completely wrecked, cracked walls, shattered equipment. His violent thrashing even made the entire villa shake. A 10-meter-deep crater had formed in the floor beneath him. Brother Chen Yuan, what's happening? Please don't scare me. Qin Wushuang was banging frantically on the locked basement door. She could hear him screaming in pain, but there was nothing she could do. I've gone into Qi deviation. Stay away. Leave now. Chen Yuan shouted with all the strength he could muster. Brother Chen Yuan, go, he roared again. Wah! Qin Wushuang burst into tears, sobbing uncontrollably. She felt completely helpless. If anything happened to Chen Yuan, she didn't think she'd have the will to live. She blamed herself. Chen Yuan used 10 years of cultivation to help me. Then another 10 for Henin and 15 for Dahuang. That's 35 years of cultivation drained. No wonder his power weakened and caused this deviation. If anything happens to him, I'll never forgive myself. Just then, the system chimed. Warning, virus has penetrated genetic cells. Current danger level, level 4. Consumed 500 enhancement points to purge the virus. Chen Yuan gritted his teeth. No purge. His eyes were blood red, every nerve in his body screaming. He felt like he was being torn apart from the inside. The pain was so extreme, his body began to go numb. A normal person only endures about an hour of pain after the super soldier serum injection. Su Lele, when she took the serum, endured 1 full day and night. But Chen Yuan, 10 full days and nights. What's more, he hadn't eaten or drunk anything during those 10 days, yet felt no hunger. He could sense his spiritual power expanding. From just a few hundred meters to 500, 1,000, 2,000, all the way to over 5 kilometers. Meaning, he could now manipulate a flying needle with his mind and assassinate someone within a 5-kilometer radius. And finally, Chen Yuan's eyes snapped open. A wave of unprecedented power surged through his body. He quickly opened the system panel. Name, Chen Yuan. Age, 23. Height, 186 centimeters. Weight, 80 kilograms. Strength, 5,000. Constitution, 5,800. Spirit, 5,600. Agility, 5,000. Normal human average, 10. Status, can survive 5 days in outer space. Remaining lifespan, 3 years, 6 months. Fire immunity, 620. Basic flame control, 1,000 points needed for intermediate mastery. Remaining enhancement points, 690. Skills, click to view full list. Chen Yuan stared, stunned. He hadn't expected this. Injecting the serum had boosted all of his core attributes by tenfold or more. And this wasn't a simple x10 multiplier. Each attribute enhanced his overall strength exponentially. With this level of transformation, even 1,000 of his old selves wouldn't be a match for him. The only downside is that I've only got 3.5 years left to live. And now the virus has fused with my cells. Even the system can't purge it anymore. This power came at the cost of his very life. Outside the villa, a crowd had gathered. Qin Wushuang, Wei Xiling, Yi Han, Qin Qian, Jiang Minying, all of them had arrived. Yi Han had flown in from Yinjing a few days earlier, intending to surprise Chun Yuan with great news. The new energy aircraft project had made a huge breakthrough. But instead, she walked straight into a crisis. She immediately ordered the media to keep the situation under wraps, taking emergency leave from the Earth's Fall film set under the pretense of urgent business with CEO Yin. She kept the situation calm, for now. Brother Qin Yuan's been inside for 10 days already. Should we call the fire department and break down the door? Wei Xiling was anxious. No. Yi Han shook her head. I trust Qin Yuan. If he's gone into seclusion, he must have his reasons. Let's give him space. As the medicine lord of Dongxian, Qin Yuan wasn't some ordinary cultivator. This wasn't a situation to interfere with. I'm just worried. What if he's unconscious or dying in there, and no one's there to help him? He's not the kind of man to make such mistakes. And if he really was in critical danger, a regular doctor wouldn't be able to save him anyway. Yi Han remained calm. 3 days ago, the Indian Federation surrendered and joined the Earth Alliance. In just 10 days, over 1/3 of the world's 200-plus countries have either surrendered, been conquered, or voluntarily joined the Earth Alliance. Their military is growing stronger by the day. With the addition of super-gene soldiers, they're virtually unstoppable. Even nuclear nations have been ignored. Edward's shown zero compromise or hesitation. India and Russia have both fallen. Our own country shares borders with both. Clearly, we're next. Even though we're not a developed nation, we're number 2 in population and number 2 in GDP. If we fall, no one else will be able to stand against them. The entire global power structure would be reset. But I have a bad feeling about Edward. He's too eager, too perfect in the public eye. All his promises are too noble, too selfless. He even claims he's willing to dissolve Skull and Crossbones for world peace. I don't buy it. Qin Yuan probably sensed something too. His seclusion might be related to all this. If you look closely, the signs are there. Edward's promises cannot be trusted. Yi Han finished her analysis, calm and composed, perhaps on purpose. She was trying to distract everyone from their growing panic. But just as she did, that's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.